Lovelies! This is Megan from Little Hot Tamale, and today I have a fun pocket letter tutorial. So go get your craft supplies and let's get started. For my pocket letter, I am using a trading card page, and I purchased mine at Walmart. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do for a pocket letter is create a shaker pocket. So I wanted to have a bold statement, so I chose two pockets right next to each other to turn into shaker pockets. And I'm going to fill it up with a variety of sequins, confetti, seed beads, glitter, pretty much anything that I have laying around. Oh, and of course you can also punch out your own images, so I used a heart punch and some shimmery paper. Okay, so I have an exciting announcement. This is actually a collaboration with my good friend Amber. Hey Amber! And she's also doing a pocket letter tutorial on her YouTube channel called Bambidearr, and I'll leave her link down below so you can check out her channel. Oh my goodness, her pocket letter is so cute. She kept giving me sneak peeks of it. When you create shaker pockets, it's very important to seal off your pockets, obviously. Anyway, you can use double-sided tape to seal it, a fuse tool, or you can sew it shut. For mine, I used a strip of washi, and then I sewed across the washi tape and down the side. And then on the side, I just added a little bit more washi and a tab to make a nice cluster. On the corner, there's some stitching that I want to hide, so I'm just going to take an embellishment and tape it on top of it. If you're wondering, the paper and the embellishments that I'm using are from my new collection called Sweet Life, and I'll leave the link to my shop down below if you want to check it out. For the top left-hand corner, you will need a piece of paper that measures 5 1/4 by 4, and you're going to adhere it directly to the front of your pocket letter, going across 2 mini pockets. Oh my goodness, you're probably wondering what I'm doing. On the Fry pocket card, there's a frame that I thought would be really cool to use. So when I was cutting it out, I just snipped through the frame on one corner, and I'm just going to camouflage that with something on top to hide it. Then I just added a little bit of tacky glue and placed my frame at a slight diagonal on the main piece of paper. In the center of my frame, I wanted the word love, and to help me, I used a ruler to keep everything in line. But of course, I still ended up putting it in the wrong spot and had to adjust my letters. To hide where I cut through the frame, I made a crepe paper rosette, and I have a tutorial for this, and I'll leave the link down below so you guys can check it out. For my rosette, I used coarse glitter around the edges and then a cute little bumblebee for the center. I also added a piece of glitter ribbon and a strip of paper to make the rosette really pop on the corner of the page. I attached everything with terrifically tacky tape, or sticky thumb, or red tape. It has so many names. It's my favorite adhesive to use when I'm working with crepe paper. Okay, so I think this card needs just a little bit more something, so I'm going to include a cute little heart lollipop. Okay, so I'm just showing you a comparison between a trading card, pocket card, and a Project Live pocket card. So my ice cream card ended up being slightly too big, so I just trimmed it down just a little bit, and now it fits beautifully in my pocket letter. And then on the side, I just included the word fun, and they're actually atomic letters. You know, like fluorine and uranium and nitrogen. For the love card, I printed them at a 0.9 margin so that I wouldn't have to cut the image to fit the pocket. So now we're going to make a mini book, and I just picked out a cassette tape for the cover, and I'm going to use that as a guide. And I folded a pocket card in half and then glued the cassette tape on the top, and I'm just going to trim off the edges so that everything's even. And then for the pages on the inside, I cut them so that they be slightly smaller than the cover. And then I'm just going to staple the spine. And I have about 5 pages for the inside of the book. Make your book, get creative. You can make it larger, or you can have really funky pages inside, or have them different colors, or lots of pages, or less pages. It is totally up to you. Okay, so now we're going to use the Fries Before Guys card. Anyway, I hand cut this out of the pocket card that I used the frame from. And I'm just going to adhere it to a piece of regular white cardstock. But before I do that, I kind of wanted to spruce it up, so I'm using some glossy accents at the top of the card and here and there in some spots, and add some really fun glitter and a little bit of some heart confetti. Another reason why I added glitter to this card is because we have the glitter at the top where it says love, and then you have the glitter in the shaker pockets, and I kind of felt like I needed some glitter on the bottom row. And now we're just going to make a mini envelope, and I'm just going to trace around my template and then cut it out. I have a free printable for this template, and I'll leave the link down below. Okay, so I'm just showing you how to fold the envelope, and I always like to use my pencil to make the creases nice and crisp. I always like to add little envelopes to my pocket letters because you can always add some fun little goodies inside or a note. And then I'm just going to place my other pocket cards in the protector. And then I think my pocket card's dry with all the glitter, and I stick it in the pocket, and it's definitely not dry. So now we're going to make a circle banner, and I'm just going to punch out some circles with my circle punch. And if you don't have a circle punch, you can always trace around a quarter and cut that out. And then I'm just cutting those circles in half to create a fun banner. And then you need to snip all the way across your semicircles, like so. And you're just going to adhere them to the front of your pocket card. So I like to start with the 2 sides and then the center. And then when I adhere them down, I start with the center. And then a little bit more glam, I just punched out a star. For the bottom pocket, I used some scrap paper I had left over from the top pocket, and I created a tag. And then to spice it up, I'm using some ruffled crepe paper. And if you don't know how to make ruffled crepe paper, you can put some terrifically tacky tape down, and then you just kind of ruffle the crepe paper on top of it. But for mine, I used a sewing machine. And then I just added a little bit of eyelash yarn to the top of my tag. And then on the back of my tag, I'll make it into a mail tag. So those are questions that you can ask your pen pal. Kind of like, oh, what's your favorite color? Or what are you excited about this year? Something like that. And then on the side of my pocket letter, I'm just adding some washi tape all the way down the edge. And I really like this one because it's pastel and it matches the rest of my color scheme. And it has fun sayings. Okay, so when I added the washi tape, I covered the holes. So I just laid a pocket letter on top of my other pocket letter and used that as a pattern. You probably already know this, but I love eyelash yarn. So I just added a little bit more to the top of my pocket letter. On the back side of my pocket letter, I always like to start off with a background paper. So I chose 2 colors or 2 patterns and I alternated them. And I also like to include some handmade goodies for my pen pals. So I have tutorials for all of these. They're actually from my Build Your Stash series. For my letter, I'm just going to fold it and place it in my envelope. Thank you so much for watching, and if you decide to create a pocket letter, please use the hashtag LittleHotTamale on Instagram because I would love to see what you made. And don't forget to check out Bambidearr on YouTube, and I'll leave her link down below for her tutorial. I hope you have an amazing day. Toodles!